Hello, beautiful people. Thank you so much for tuning in, watching, and listening. This is going to be the April 2023 reading for the zodiac sign of Cancer. As always, my readings are very intuitive, so I'll provide you with any intuitive messages that I receive, as well as the meaning of the tarot cards. I do, however, recommend you check out your sun, moon, and rising just to get a full picture of everything that's going on for you this month. And if you haven't done so already, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. When you subscribe, that helps me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. But let's go ahead and get started here, Cancer. And column number 1, we're going to take a look at what's wrapping up and coming to a close. So last few weeks or month. Column number 2, we're going to take a look at what's coming for April. Column number 3 is going to be on money. Column 4 will be love. And the 5th and final column will be a message from our future self or spirit guides. We'll also do 3 yes or no questions, a crystal of the month, and a healing note for you. But let's go ahead and get started with that column number 1, what's wrapping up and coming to a close. We're going to pull a summary affirmation card here. We have the card that says, I am free. This is interesting, Cancer, because I have never ever seen this card. I actually didn't even know it was in the deck. So I love this. I feel like you have been set free from something. Actually, to clarify, I feel like you have set yourself free from something. But I love this energy. It feels so much better. It's like we let go of something that wasn't serving us. We got rid of some sort of baggage, some sort of thought process maybe that wasn't treating you well. But there's something you're free of, and the energy feels so good. Like I said, I didn't even actually know that card was in the deck, so I'm surprised to see it. But let's see what messages we've got coming through here. Okay, first we have the 10 of coins. The 10 of coins or 10 of pentacles is a card of long term. It's like leaving a legacy. This can be a card of retirement or inheritance. Congratulations for those of you that did retire in these last few weeks. That's so exciting. But this is about like making long-term moves. I'm glad you set yourself free of whatever this was, because I feel like this thing was holding you back. So now we're free of it, and it's really promising long-term. This also could be lump sum of money, so getting some unexpected amount of money potentially as well. The next card that we have is the Queen of Coins or the Queen of Pentacles. This is a card of being very resourceful. I feel like you have more time or money or energy now with this sense of freedom. And it's like, where do you put this time, money, or energy? But when I see the Queen of Coins, it's that we're being resourceful with our resources. So I think you've made good choices now with this money or this additional time or whatever this additional freedom is that you have. So I like to see that. This is also a very domestic card, so a great card for relationships. This can also be a card of fertility, so for you hoping to grow your family, that's a good card for you as well. And then at the bottom here, we have the High Priestess. The High Priestess is a card of really trusting your intuition, trusting your gut, letting yourself navigate through. This is a very spiritual and in tune card too. So you might have found yourself being very intuitive, or you had a really strong gut feeling these last few weeks. But you just kind of like knew what the next move was. You knew it was going to happen. You know what you needed to do. So I like to see that. This can also be like a card of secret or mysteries too. So there could have been like some sort of secret or unknown information. But it doesn't matter so much because, again, your intuition is so strong that it guides you through when you need it. Looking at our clarifiers, up first we have the Lover's card. The Lover's card is, of course, a card of love. It's strength together, partnership. We did talk about, this is, the Queen of Coins is also a relationship card. So you do have some strong relationship cards coming through. If you made a new friend or entered into a new relationship, it seems like there's a lot of longevity here, especially with it being on top of the 10 of Coins. This is also a card of making a decision. So again, making that decision to let go of that baggage or free yourself from whatever that item was. So I think that's the decision that's being reflected there with the Lover's card. Up next, we have the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups is a card of like apathy, lack of fulfillment. It's not great feelings. And I feel like these not so great feelings is what I guess pushed you to let go of this baggage or let go of this thought process or let go of this expectation, whatever it may have been. So it's really good to see. And I think this relationship is thriving so well too because there weren't really expectations for it at first, so it's so much better than what we expected. That's the message I'm getting here though. So, looks good on that front. And then at the bottom here we have the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords is typically a card of not very good relationship. But the message I'm getting here is like this unknown mystery secret is like connected to a friend. That's this relationship coming in here. So there could have been like good friend gossip or drama this week or in the last few weeks or something of that sort. Or there's something happening with one of your friends that you're not aware of. But again, lean in intuitively here. Trust your gut, trust your intuition to navigate that. But there's something with a friend that you're maybe not sure fully what's going on with them. Okay, now let's take a look at our next column, which is anything related to what's coming for April. So we have a card, I Am Gifted. This is always such a good reminder that you're skilled, you're valuable, you possess these really wonderful traits, Cancer. So I love to see cards like this. When I see the gifted card, it's like you're going to be sharing these gifts with somebody going into these next few weeks. So maybe you're naturally a very kind person and that's one of the gifts you have to offer. Your kindness is going to be really valuable. Or maybe you're an expert at speaking French. Somebody is going to value from your expert ability to speak French. So definitely very skilled, very gifted, and being able to share that gift with somebody in these next coming weeks or month. But let's clarify and see what other messages we've got going on here. I do want to point out we have all swords cards coming through. So swords are air signs typically, and it's very intellectual energy. But let's see what we've got here. First we have the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords is a card of holding ourselves back. It's limiting ourselves. It can also be like wanting to isolate ourselves, so just be careful of that. Like, can something really not be done, or are you just telling yourself it can't be done? So a lot of times it's like mind over matter and making sure we have the right mindset to accomplish what we want to accomplish. But it's very easy to like bring ourselves down or hold ourselves back from accomplishing what we want. So be very careful with the Eight of Swords that you aren't limiting yourself. Be very confident in your skills and your abilities. Remember, you're very gifted. You have so much to offer yourself and others. The next card that we have is the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is very self-sufficient, very honest. Again, I feel like you kind of want to pull away, and I don't know that that's the right thing. We need to go out there and get things done. Also very much so a card of communication. So I feel like you need to lead the conversations this month. Like, and what I mean by that is intuitively, again, you kind of have to lean in and know who needs what where. But just trust your gut, trust your intuition to figure that out. But I feel like communication needs to happen, but I see you initiating the communication, Cancer. At the bottom here, we have the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is very fast-paced. I think you're going to have a busy April, so just be ready for that. Busy doesn't mean bad, but I do see you doing a ton of different things, and they're going to be moving very quickly. So let's see what clarifiers we've got here. Oops, I guess you can have those two together. First, we have the Nine of Pentacles at the top here. The Nine of Pentacles is a card of self-sufficiency. You do keep having this self-sufficiency card coming up. So again, you can't doubt yourself, and you surely can't count on anybody initiating the conversation for you. So just keep that in mind. Again, I feel like communication needs to happen, but I see you taking the lead on the communication there, Cancer. On top of the Queen of Swords here, we have the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is very nurturing, very healing, very supportive. It's interesting because when I first pulled that gifted card, the first thing that came to mind is kindness and being so genuine, nurturing, supportive. So I feel like people may need that nurturing love, support from you this month, but I don't think they're going to ask for it. So lean in as you see the opportunity fit. And then we have the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups is a busy card. You see there's something different happening in each of these cups here. So it's very common that I see this card and it's busy energy. Lots of things going on. It's kind of that go, 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 go. Again, it doesn't mean a bad month, but it's just a busy month. And at the bottom here we have the Star card. The Star card is a card of of renewal. And again, I think this is you like renewing the spirits of somebody else, helping where they need it. This is inner clarity too. Again, I feel like you'll intuitively know who may need what this month. So that's kind of the big messages jumping out there, Cancer. Now let's take a look at our next column, which is anything related to money. We're going to start out with a quick affirmation card, and the card says, I am in a happy and healthy relationship with money. So in this column, we'll talk about anything related to money, job, career, finances, businesses you run, investments you have, whatever you associate with money here. First up, we have the Six of Pentacles or the Six of Coins. This is a card of giving or receiving help. This is a very generous card. I feel like there is a lot of you helping others this month, Cancer. So just be in that frame of mind. But again, this is generous. This is a card of giving. It can be a card of receiving, but it feels like you're on the giving end this month specifically. Let's go ahead and take a look at our next card though, which is the King of Coins or the King of Pentacles. This is about being very solid, practical, and wise. I always tell people be very careful with money, be thinking solid, practical, and wise. Sorry, the cat had to come zooming in here. So if you have a budget for yourself, make sure you're sticking with your budget with that King of Pentacles. Or like if you're going to make a splurge purchase, do make sure it's something you actually truly need, something that adds value. None of that Amazon shopping just to shop kind of thing that we all sometimes tend to do. The King of Coins is also a really good card in terms of investment. So I do see some of you taking on a new investment opportunity. It feels like stock related or business investment related, but the King of Coins is usually a really great investment opportunity. So love to see that. The next card that we have is the Lovers card. I know the Lovers card is typically a love card, but it does have meaning in the money column as well. This is very partnership important, so be thinking of your relationships around your career and around your money as they're really important this month going into April. The Lovers card can also be a card of having to make a decision, so be aware of that as well. There could be a financial decision needing to be made. I do think that decision likely could be connected to this investment, whether you invest or not invest. Okay, excuse us, sir. Excuse us. Okay, let's take a look at clarifiers now. Let me just move the cat. Sorry, everybody. So let's take a look and clarify this road now that it is mangled by the cat visiting us. My goodness. Who knew in 2 seconds he could destroy everything? All right. This isn't the prettiest, but we'll make it work. So at first we have the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is a card of teamwork. Again, really be focused on those relationships this month. They seem to be super important here. Those relationships and partnerships related to money are coming through heavy. The Three of Wands can also be a card of expansion. So going back to that, what we were referring to with the growth or the investment, so taking on that new stock or investing in that business, I could see that coming through for you. That's that expansion that we associate with the Three of Wands. The next card that we have is the Justice card. The Justice card is a card of truth coming out typically. So this is finding out some piece of information. This could also be like getting recognition if you haven't been appropriately recognized. So I always like to see that if you've been underappreciated or undervalued, or maybe not getting credit for something you should have been getting credit for. This is a good correction for you. That's on top of the King of Coins, which again was mostly about that investment. So potentially finding out more information that you need to know in terms of that investment as well. I would say don't commit until you have all the information you feel like you need there though. And at the bottom here we have the Moon card. The Moon card can be unexpected, so this investment opportunity could be very unexpected, or the importance of this partnership could be unexpected. So just keep that in mind. Be nurturing those partnerships. Even if you may not think they're the most valuable, you'll never know when they come through. Now let's take a look at our next column, which is anything related to love. Quick love message here for us. It says, don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do, for it is only in being true to yourself that you can be true to others. So this is called anything related to love, family, friends, relationship, children, marriage. Hopefully the cat doesn't come and destroy this one too, everybody. Okay, first up we have the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups is again that card of kind of apathy, that lack of fulfillment. There's something in terms of love that I feel like could be better. That's just not making us super happy. This could be a friendship, a love interest, potentially one of your kids. Maybe you're having issues with, a parent or a sibling. But there's something that we don't particularly love at this exact moment as we associate with love. The next card that we have is the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords is a card of needing to do some healing, and that makes sense because, again, the Four of Cups, there's a relationship that's just not quite right now. These are, again, those low feelings that we're feeling towards that relationship and needing to heal or needing to correct what's going on there. And at the bottom here, we have the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups is a card of friendship. This is about having those really good, healthy, strong relationships. I would say, again, we need to repair whatever this relationship is. Chances are it's a friend relationship, but I don't want to rule out it being a significant other or, again, maybe a sibling or a parent. But this is the strength of the relationship. So I do feel like it's a good person. It's part of your usual circle of support. So be thinking about repairing and correcting that relationship as you can. First up for clarifiers, we have the Five of Wands and the cat right in the way. The Five of Wands is a card of conflicts. This is rivalry, challenges, obstacles. This is whatever is bringing that relationship down, whatever that conflict is. It could be a reoccurring issue. It could have been a one-time scenario. But this is essentially the thing that we need to resolve from there, Cancer. The next card that we have is the Three of Cups. We were just talking about the Three of Cups. Again, this is a relationship worth saving. So you have the Three of Swords, which is saying healing needs to happen. You have the Three of Cups, which is such a strong relationship, friendship, circle of support card. So again, we definitely want to correct and repair this relationship if possible. At the bottom here, we have the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is really a card of relationships as well. This means kind of a card of new love. And again, this is salvageable. We can get this relationship. You may not associate this relationship with love, but most of us do love our friends too. So it's like we can repair this, we can move forward, we can almost reignite this relationship, if you will. Okay, now let's take a look at our fifth and final column, which is a message from our future self or spirit guides. We have a card, I will surrender. Ooh, this is interesting. I feel like you surrendered something last month. Perhaps that energy is going to continue forward with you here, Cancer. But surrendering is letting go of those things that are no longer serving us. It could be relationships, it could be a thought, it could be past events. So again, getting rid of those things that do not serve us. Let's take a look at our cards. First, we have the Justice card. The Justice card is a card of finding out truth. So you're going to find out some piece of information, and it's going to make you realize that we need to move away from something. Again, it could be an event, a past, a person. The next card that we have is the Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles is a card of worry, and I feel like you're a little bit anxious or worried to let go of this or surrender this item, but I think it's going to be the next right step for you, especially looking at our bottom card here with the Chariot. The Chariot card is about being in action and change and moving forward. You don't always know where you're going with the Chariot, but you can trust that the Chariot's taking you to the right place. So keep that in mind. You can trust that surrendering this thing is the right thing to do. And even if you feel like you don't know how to move forward, the Chariot will guide you forward. So really nice guiding card there, Cancer. In terms of clarifiers, first up we have the Tower card. The Tower card indicates an unwanted change. So I think the information you find out isn't going to be what you wanted to hear. This might not be the change you wanted. This might not have been the thing you thought you needed to surrender or wanted to surrender. But again, it seems like that is the best thing that we can do here. On top of the Five of Coins, we have the Devil card. The Devil card is a card of greed, envy, materialism, obsession. It can be like worry or overthinking. Again, there's a lot of like mixed thoughts and feelings for you here as if, should I let this go? Is this the right thing to do? Is this the right thing to surrender? But definitely with the Chariot card at the bottom and then the King of Cups, I would say that is definitely your best move here. This is a card of healing. This is a card of support. It's a card of tolerance. It's a card of moving forward. It's like leading forward. So in terms of good long-term moves, it looks like we've already surrendered something, but there is something to be surrendered here still, Cancer. Okay, now at this time I'm going to give you the opportunity to ask 3 yes or no questions. We're going to use the Gypsy Witch fortune telling deck. If you don't have 3 questions in mind, you can pause the video and think of them really quick. But for question number 1, we have the 3 of Hearts. This is number 1 card. That's going to be a yes. Question number 2 is the 10 of Hearts. This is number 7 card. That's going to be a yes. And question number 3 is the 4 of Diamonds, number 27 card. That's also going to be a yes. So 3 yeses across the board. And the grumpy cat is still hanging out with us. We're also going to pull a card from the Healing Stones deck. This is a crystal to keep with you through the month of April. Cancer, your crystal this month is amethyst, which is good for dreams. Helps with some of those low feelings, losses, sorrows. Conveniently, we've talked a lot about letting go, so this is a great card or crystal for letting go. It's great for intuition, reality, and mental clarity. And last but not least, we're going to pull a card from our Healing Notes deck. Your healing note says, at the end of the day, all you need is hope and strength. Hope that it'll get better and strength to hold on until it does. Thank you so much, Cancer, for tuning in, watching and listening, hanging out with me and the very needy cat today. Please let me know how this video resonates with you. Leave a comment. And again, subscriptions always help me greatly if you're not already subscribed. I did also include my Venmo in the comments box if you'd like to make a donation. But thank you so much, Cancer, and I hope you have a wonderful April.